Let's get ready and talk about the success-killing habits that we should all get rid of. Shall I just dive in? Please subscribe, and if you're new to my channel, make sure that you like and share and comment and let me know what you think. Let me know if I left anything out of this list. I'm trying to include everything that I can just think of just to help you guys and help myself, and yeah, let's talk about the success killing habits. So the first thing that I absolutely had to mention is procrastination, because I think it's just so crucial, and it's not like procrastination is crucial, okay? Procrastinating is so bad, and it's crucial to talk about it. Thank you. Procrastination is something that I think we all do in different levels, but we all kind of do it. We do it with little things, we do it with big things, and it eliminates our success. It's just completely rob us from our success and progress and achieving our goals. And that is not okay. I mean, that is this really cool saying: if you pile up enough tomorrows, you're gonna end up with a lot of empty yesterdays. That kind of tells you a lot. I like to break down my goal into tiny little bits, and every day just sort that tiny little bit out. But again, if I procrastinate and if I don't do these little things and I don't stick to my plan, unfortunately that's going to eliminate my success. So procrastination is definitely something we should all try and get rid of. Blaming. Right, blaming other people is basically not taking ownership of your life. Yes, I can kind of say there are situations, there are circumstances when, yes, the other person was on the wrong, okay? But it's not all the time. I mean, if you really think about it, let's talk about, for example, relationships. A lot of the times you will see that you had a little bit of a part in it as well. I did mention I have a video about my marriage. Yes, I can absolutely admit I had a little bit of part of it. Not even a little, I had a lot to do with the breakdown of the marriage. I'm not getting into this, and to be honest, this is not like a relationship video or anything like that, but taking ownership and not blaming the other person all the time, it's going to help you grow. It's going to help you develop as a person, and in the long run, it's actually going to help you out. I actually honestly think that as far as you're concerned as a person, then almost 100% of the time, you have control over 100% of yourself. If you are emotionally mature enough, if you have a good emotional intelligence, then you should be able to control yourself, and once you've done your part, you're not gonna be ending up blaming other people all the time. The next one is excuses. Finding excuses for everything. And I know what you're trying to say now, but my excuse for that particular thing, it was actually valid and it's very justifiable, and we all think that, okay? I honestly think excuses sometimes hide so well that we honestly think that it's real. It couldn't have been done. But it's not true. I mean, successful people, they have a very clear understanding of the role that they play in their life. They know when these excuses creep in, and I can just stop and say, no, I'm just gonna stick to this one. This is, they also use like time slots for different things. So they have these blocks of time to dedicate to certain activities. I think it kind of reduces the excuses that could kind of creep into that. Excuses are also a killer, so definitely is something to work on. So the next thing that maybe we could mention, did I just kind of forget? No. Okay. Labeling. Labeling yourself, or kind of having a healthy identity. That is really important. A lot of people, and this is a horrendous habit, people are labeling themselves totally innocently. They're labeling themselves these horrible things like, oh, you know, I'm always so lazy. Oh, yeah, like they're not realizing that these labeling actually affect them. And you will find yourself identifying with these labels. So whatever you talk, whatever you say about yourself, is going to actually create some kind of identity. Labeling yourself the wrong way is a really, really bad habit, because you will end up that person who you probably wouldn't want to be. You just kind of jokingly mention it. So make sure that if you wanted to label yourself with the good stuff. Say things like, I love looking good, I love making an effort, and things like that, even if it's not always the case. But once you have the labeling right, it's great, you can work with that. But labeling yourself the bad way, that's not a good habit. The next success killing habit is complaining and nagging, and I can hear all the husbands and partners and everybody out there saying, oh, my wife nags all the time, complains about everything. That's not always a complaint, okay? Listen to your wives. But again, complaining is not good for anybody. I did a challenge and I have to admit it was quite hard. I was not allowed to complain for one whole day. A whole day. That was so hard. And you know what? I actually just kind of broke the rule like a few minutes in. So it was like really, really disastrous failure there. When we don't complain, it's like you go through life so much easier. Complaining is just like an extra burden. It's like an extra baggage that you'd kind of like put on yourself. It's not good for anybody. It's not good for yourself. It's not good for people around you. It's just not helping the situation. It's totally counterproductive. Even if you catch yourself complaining, just stop, breathe, and just not going to bring up another complaint. Pretending. Okay, this point might not be what you initially thought when I said pretending, because you know you can hear pretending in a way like, oh, fake it till you make it and things like that. But what I mean by pretending here, and let me explain, is when people say that they are grateful about their life, but actually they're not serious about it. They just pretend. They just say, oh yeah, I'm really grateful. But what they say, it doesn't align with their actions. Are you really grateful and use it as an excuse not to actually push yourself? Are you honestly grateful for what you've got, or you just pretend to be grateful and bring the other habits that we already talked about in, like procrastination and finding excuses and things like that? Pretending could be a big problem if you use it that way. So this is another habit that you should just try and get rid of. If you catch yourself saying that you are happy about certain things in your life and you're grateful for it, but you're not, you're probably pretending. You're probably settling for something that you're not happy about. It could kill your success if you continue. The next thing is, it has to be the major one, the huge one, is quitting. I think that goes without saying. This is an absolute success killing habit. If you are the person who starts something and then very quickly, oh, I changed my mind and I just stop and just quit, then yes, you failed. You don't fail until you actually quit, until when you stopped trying. That's when you fail. A lot of successful people, they do make decisions very, very quickly, but they're very slow changing them. So once they made a decision, they stick into it. You're very rarely gonna see a successful person who start a new business and then stop, and then start another business and then stops, and starts and stops. Quitting is not a habit that successful people have. Yeah, so that's all I had for you guys today. I hope you liked it. And did I leave anything out? Is there anything that you could maybe add to the list, or do you think it was a very nice comprehensive list? Let me know in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Apart from that, I would also like to know, what is it that you would like to see a video about? I'm always ready to hear your ideas, your video ideas, or just your stories even. And yeah, and if you haven't already, and if you're new to this channel, just make sure you subscribe and give me likes as well. So I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.